Good morning, everybody, and welcome to this morning's update on Hurricane Erin. So, Hurricane Erin has re-intensified to a Category 4 hurricane this morning and is situated just about 100 miles or so northeast of the Turks and Caicos Islands, which has gotten a little bit closer than has been originally forecasted. So, we are seeing some pretty significant, strong tropical storm force conditions across the Turks and Caicos Islands this morning. Erin has 130-mile-per-hour winds. It's moving to the northwest and has a minimum central pressure of 933 millibars as of this morning. And taking a look at the latest cone, we're expecting Erin to intensify further this afternoon to a 145-mile-per-hour hurricane with 175-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the north-northwest. As we go into tomorrow morning, 130-mile-per-hour winds, 160-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the north-northwest. As we go into 1 p.m. tomorrow afternoon, Hurricane Erin is expected to weaken down to a 125-mile-per-hour hurricane with 155-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the north-northwest. As we go into 1 a.m. On Wednesday morning, 120-mile-per-hour winds, 150-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the north. As we go into Wednesday afternoon, 115-mile-per-hour winds, 140-mile-per-hour gusts, starting to make that curve to the north-northeast. As we go into Thursday morning, 110-mile-per-hour winds, 130-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the northeast. As we go into early Friday morning, 100-mile-per-hour winds, 120-mile-per-hour gusts moving to the east-northeast. And now as we go into early Saturday morning, Erin's expected to weaken to an 85-mile-per-hour Category 1 hurricane with 85-mile-per-hour winds and 105-mile-per-hour gusts. If you live in Newfoundland, especially around the St. John's area, make sure you're watching the track of Hurricane Erin closely. And also, for the Outer Banks of North Carolina, the cone has inched closer to the Outer Banks once again, with the cone now within 135 miles of the Outer Banks of North Carolina. So if you live in the Outer Banks, make sure you're really watching Hurricane Erin closely, as the track and models keep on shifting more and more to the west. Taking a look at the latest watches and warnings, tropical storm warnings remain for the Turks and Caicos Islands, southeastern Bahamas, and tropical storm watches have now expanded westward to include the central Bahamas, as the wind field of Hurricane Erin continues to expand, as the storm continues to grow larger and larger. And taking a look at the latest spaghetti model guidance, this has ticked westward yet again. We see a group of models now close to being within 100 miles of the Outer Banks of North Carolina this morning. And also, good news for my friends in Newfoundland, the models have actually shifted a little bit further to the south and east, further northeast across the North Atlantic. So, Newfoundland, you are trending in a better direction, but the Outer Banks, you keep trending in a worse direction. Taking a look at our GFS ensemble model guidance plots, man, some of these models are well within 100 miles of the Outer Banks now of North Carolina, and these are also the stronger members. So really be watching Hurricane Erin if you live in the Outer Banks of North Carolina. Model guidance has shifted away from Newfoundland, but we've seen a little bit of a closure of the distance to Nova Scotia now. So I would say if you live anywhere from the Outer Banks of North Carolina up through New England through Nova Scotia, still even Newfoundland, as we could still be seeing shifts to the west, make sure you're watching Hurricane Erin very closely over the next several days. Looking at the European model ensemble guidance, the European model shows a much more dramatic recurve out to sea, but we still get some of these members getting within like 120 miles of the Outer Banks of North Carolina, even in the European model ensembles. And looking at our intensity model guidance, Hurricane Erin is expected to remain at least a Category 3 hurricane for at least the next 72 to 96 hours. And finally, we now have probabilities of tropical storm force winds in the Outer Banks of North Carolina, a 10 to 20% chance in the latest update. So if you live across the Outer Banks of North Carolina, make sure you're really keeping an eye on Hurricane Erin. Also, if you live up the New England coastline, make sure you're also really monitoring Erin closely, as well as Atlantic Canada. and the central Bahamas. Thanks for watching. Please stay safe. Have a wonderful day, my friends.